The children, he said, right? I watched that clip. He said that the children may sue the parents for laptop, for iPod. Oh, that's the heck there. Is that right?
They do that on Judge Judy too.
Okay, anyway, so you see that patience is virtual for everyone, regardless of the tradition, right? Especially if you engage in the marriage. And of course, before everything is beautiful, is that right? And when you bind yourself together, everything you can find out, right? All kind of ugly ways or ugly points. But anyway, you have to be patient to deal with that. Okay, now, Ashley, what do you have for vigor?
Having vigor in the Mahayana tradition means having the mental strength to persistently work for the greater good of others with both the thoughts and the actions that you take.
Yeah.
It is one of the 6 paramitas, which include wisdom, meditation, taking precepts, having endurance or patience, and giving goods, dharma, and courage.
Yeah.
Bodhisattvas practice the 6 paramitas to transition themselves from ignorance to enlightenment and from samsara to nirvana. By acting with vigor, a bodhisattva becomes exceptionally more self-reliant on their own abilities, and they commit their lives to tirelessly working for the benefit of others with no anticipation of any rewards for their good deeds. They stand ready to help and serve others as best they possibly can, and they view failures as stepping stones to ultimate success, fear felt from being in danger as a prompt to develop courage, and suffering as a necessary condition for attaining wisdom. They don't ever categorize a wholesome matter to be too insignificant to focus their energies on, and even more interestingly and admirable, they don't believe that committing any evil act as too small that they will consider partaking in.
Okay, thank you. So, do you need to have some kind of effort, some kind of vigor to go to school? Is that right?
Yes.
Otherwise, you cover your blanket on the bed. Is that right? Right? So especially when it's snow, right? When it's too cold. Again, it's now warm, that's okay too. But doing anything, you need to have some kind of vigor, some competition, right? Is that right? So those the Buddhist practice. And remember we talked about right effort? Remember that? So we have 2 pairs, right? The first pair is that if we have done the good deeds, we do more. If we have not done the good deeds, try to initiate, try to start to do, right? That's the first pair. And second pair is if we have made some kind of mistake, don't try to make it again. And if we have not smoked pot, don't try. Yeah, remember this? Okay, that's effort. This is common sense, the language tradition. Okay, wisdom. Emmy, she's not here. We studied about wisdom before, right? Profession of wisdom. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can raise your name. Sorry, go ahead, please. Yeah, okay. Good. Yeah.
The ideal of wisdom is one of the earliest sutras.
Yes.
It was called Perfection of Wisdom. The central idea of it is to complete release from the world of existence, and pretty much the perfection of wisdom offers a way to enlightenment. It represents the formal induction to Buddhists through the thought of practical idea, the ideal of a Mohabbat. Well, how do you say it? Mohabbat?
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, this person has to practice the 6 perfections, which is giving, morality, patience, vigor, wisdom, and completion. Wisdom is the most important of these because it dispels the darkness of scenery delusion and allows things to be seen as they really are.
Yeah. Remember we talked. Thank you. So remember we talked about the wisdom, right? The conventional truth and the ultimate truth, right? So we talk a lot about this. Conventional truth is we recognize the impermanence, right? Our body, our condition, and so forth. The ultimate truth is to go back to the pure nature. Remember we talked about that, right? Yeah, the 2 aspects. That's what we call the wisdom. Okay, so yeah, let us listen. We have only 10 minutes. So let us move on. What's meant by conviction, Joy?
Yeah, the conviction is to save the others, rather for themselves to be completed. That's all I can find.
Yeah. So what would you have? Conviction doesn't mean there's faith. Faith is common sense, right? That's required in any tradition, right? So you go to church because you have the faith. I believe in God. Buddhist people, they have, many of them, most of them, go to the temple because they have the faith to Buddha, Bodhisattva too. So faith is common for any tradition. Faith is related to conviction. So what do you find about conviction or faith in Buddhism? Is that different from all traditions or similar?
Well, for the Mahayana and Hinayana, the difference between them is the Hinayana is for themselves to be completed, but the Mahayana is to save the others rather for themselves to be completed.
Okay, good. Now, this is what we call the Kalama Sutra, and the Buddha says that do not go upon what has been acquired by Epicurean. Basically, don't trust all traditions. Don't trust traditional, don't trust the news or scripture and so forth. You need to have what we call listen, investigate, and put in practice. You guys have taken chemistry already, right? You have chemistry class, lab, right? In the classroom, we study about how chemicals react with each other, right? We may not trust whether they react in proper way until we go to the lab. Is that right? So that's listen, read, gather information first, and pass it down, investigate it. And if this is true, if it's beneficial, you can do the practice. Don't take it, what do you call, I mean, that don't believe on the spot. That's what this is what I'm talking about. No point the rumor, no point where is stricter, because things can be changed. You have to test to see whether it's bring benefit for yourself or not. Yes?
So you saying that everything should be investigated?
Yes, you should think.
Yeah.
Even me, the thing that I try to explain, you can think about. Whether it's true or not, that's your choice. And if it's true, you can follow, otherwise forget that.
So you're talking about your religion itself?
Mm-hmm. This is one. This is a step.
Yes.
Even for the sincere Buddhist people, I used to tell them, don't take things for granted. Just listen. You can listen, to read and so forth. You need to think, then investigate. Let's then give one example. Okay, of course we advocate that that we hope people not to consume too much meat, for example, right? And that's your choice to see whether it's beneficial for your health, and it's beneficial for society, or it's develop your compassion or not. That's your choice. You understand that? So that's why we, as Buddhists, we need to follow this kind of step. Well, that's why the Buddha laid out this kind of sutra. Okay?
And that's called, what is that called?
Kamala Sutra.
Okay.
Kamala Sutra. Okay, since we have only a few more minutes, let's go back here. The next one, attachment. Yes, what do you think? Oh, sorry. Attainment, sorry. Stands here, attainment. What do you have?
What I have written was on my computer, which died, but there were 10 stages. Or,
Okay.
like whatever. They had a word for it. It started with B.
Okay.
Like,
Bumi.
Boomy, yeah,
Bumi,
yeah,
that's the
something like
stage.
that, yeah.
The route.
And then, and those are like what I found, I guess they're subsets of these 5 other things that I have written
Yeah,
down.
she mentioned that recently too, right? The 10
Yeah.
Bumis too, right? What can you spell, few of them?
Joy,
Mm-hmm.
purity,
Mm-hmm.
brightness, radiance,
Okay.
difficult to conquer, facing nirvana,
Okay.
far-going, immovable, spiritual intelligence, and dharma
Okay,
cloud.
thank you. Aisha, what do you have? You have same thing or different?
I can't tell what each of them mean, but in the book it says that all Buddhists who are committed to attaining complete emancipation for themselves and others are deserving of the label
Mm-hmm.
Bodhisattva.
Okay, that's the level of attainment for someone, for some Bodhisattva to achieve to that Buddhahood. This is just for information. The last one, Nick is here. Huh?
I did that one.
Oh, you did that? Oh, yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Mahayana Buddhism, there's a lot of emphasis placed on future Buddhas and Bodhisattvas or Bodhisattvas.
Yes.
And one of the main ones is Avalokiteshvara.
Yes.
And he's interesting because in China he was depicted as a female goddess, and in Tibet he was changed into a bodhisattva called Shinrizi, and all of his feminine aspects of compassion were transformed into the Theras, which were goddesses that were born from the lotuses that grew in the pools of his tears. I thought it was strange that, I guess since in the East, compassion is seen as a feminine virtue, that in certain cases, he was transformed. Another one was Manjushri, and he's the Bodhisattva of wisdom, and scholars invoke him. And then there's Maitreya, who will be incarnated sometime in the future to teach the Dharma throughout the world.
Thank you. So basically, according to Buddhist canons, we have the level what? Buddha, all kind of Buddhas, past, present, and future. Right? We know that. And second one, the level is Bodhisattva. Remember, we have 53 stages of Bodhisattva. Remember that? Right? And wisdom kings that are human, the one who has the wisdom to lead people, to guide people. And heavenly deities, remember I told you, a spiritual bodyguard, a spiritual garden in the temple. That's we believe. And the other teacher, master, and so forth. So these are the levels of Buddhist canons. Okay? So that's just for your information. This is the slide. Okay, so actually I really want to talk a lot about meditation and so forth, but we just don't have much time. Okay, and I will upload that wedding ceremony on the YouTube for you to see later on. Okay, now please you can choose your topic for Wednesday. Yeah, please.
I'm good, man. How are you? I wish that spring break would last just a little longer. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I went down to Florida. Did you? Yeah. It was warm. Better than it was up here.
Good chance to go to the beach.
No, I stayed inland most of the time. It's my wife's grandpa had a place down there by Ocala. So it was on a lake, so I got to do some fishing. That was fun.
What did you catch?
Not a whole lot, honestly, but some bass. A few crappie. I met a guy from your battalion. He's a totem chode. I think he said he was in NACO.
Oh.
He's I think he's 55.
No, but I know your research over
Yeah.
here too.
Shot 37.
All right.
That for sure.
Cool.
Where is it? You're talking about food. Yeah, I'll look online and I'll email you about the day. I forget what you did.
I have this PT test. Dude was there. Yeah, he had like a height and everything. He looked like he just graduated. Basic, but I guess he's.
So why not if you go next year?
Yeah, well, you can go this year or you can go next year and present your research about that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you should.
That'd be helpful.
Totally should. Nirvana. By acting with vigor, a bodhisattva becomes exceptionally more self-reliant on their own abilities, and they commit their lives to tirelessly working for the benefit of others with no anticipation of any rewards for their good deeds. They stand ready to help and serve others as best as they possibly can, and they view failures as stepping stones to ultimate success. Fear felt from being. Oh, that's good.
The children, he said, right? I watched that clip. He said that the children may sue the parents for laptop,
Yeah.
for iPod. Oh, that's the headache there. Is that right?
They do that on Judge Judy too.
Okay, anyway, so you see that patience is virtual for everyone. regardless of the tradition, right? Especially if you engage.
Mental strength to persistently work for the greater good of others with both
Yeah.
the thoughts and the actions that you take.
Yeah.
It is one of the 6 paramitas, which include wisdom, meditation, taking precepts, having endurance or patience, and giving goods, dharma, and courage.
Yeah.
Bodhisattvas practice the 6 paramitas to transition themselves from ignorance to enlightenment and from samsara to...
In the marriage. And of course, before everything is beautiful, is that right? And when you bind yourself together, everything you can find out, right? All kind of earthly ways or earthly points. But anyway, you have to be patient to deal with that. Okay, now, Ashley, what do you have about vigor?
Having vigor in the Mahayana tradition means having to be in danger as a prompt to develop courage and suffering as a necessary condition for attaining wisdom. They don't ever categorize a wholesome matter to be too insignificant to focus their energies on, and even more interestingly and admirable, they don't believe that committing any evil act as too small